Stoke City calling. Hello, Stoke City. Connor Mahoney? Not for sale. £450,000? No, I'm rejecting that outright. Not for sale. Goodbye. Not selling Connor Mahoney. Set piece specialist. I'm going to get a big striker in. That's going to keep us up. Oh, Kirill's on the phone now. Kirill! Hello, mate. Yeah, no, I've just spoke to them. 450k, the Jokers, right? What do you mean you've accepted it? Well, who put that release clause in his contract? Oh. So now what we're going to do? We've lost Aidan McGeady. Jack Clark decided he didn't want to come back. We've got no wingers. Patrick Roberts. Okay, yeah, we've basically got no... Leon Dejaku, who barely got a look in. Can we get him back? Can't get a work permit. Jack Clark's on the transfer list at Tottenham. Is he? Should we try and get him? Do you mean he's still not interested? Well, who have you got in mind? Johnson Clark Harris. Who does he play for? Peterborough. What, they went down, didn't they? Oh, okay, I see. So someone who wasn't good enough to keep someone in the Championship, you want us to buy. Okay. I'm listening. He's a forward, not a winger. Okay, but we do need a forward. I'll give you that, Kirill. Yeah. Ear to the ground and all that. I love it. How many goals did he score last season? Sorry, how many? 1? In how many games? 1 goal in 8 games. Why didn't he play more? Why would we sign him? I'm absolutely not signing Johnson Clark Harris under any circumstances, Kirill. I know you can see it. I'm not proud of myself. Johnson Clark Harris is a Sunderland player. Welcome back, gang. Jayhuahua here. And let's have a transfer roundup because I'll be honest with you, things have been going quite well. Despite that little intro and that interlude, yeah, Connor Mahoney, gone. Gone to Stoke. Release clause met. Not too fussed. So Johnson Clark Harris played for Peterborough last season. He did get 1 goal in 8 games. Barely played for them. I can't understand why, because look at his stats. He's decent. Not the quickest, but strong. Good at heading. Good at finishing. Reasonable composure. Off the ball, not bad. Got 3 and 2. Yeah, he's one of them's been a penalty, and he's missed a penalty. But do you know what? Johnson Clark Harris, welcome to the club. 3 and 2. We'll take it. Again, let's have a look at some of the other transfers that we've done because we've been busy boys. We've been busy boys over here. Let's go and look at by date. So also after Johnson Clark Harris, just before we had Billy Arke, who is an attacking midfielder on the left, who started declining in recent days. He's a good player for most Sky Bet League One sides. I think he looks all right. He looks average. You know, he's decent. He's decent enough. He fills the hole that Jack Clark is leaving and Aidan McGeady is leaving. But we did need more players. But for a free 6k a week, you can't really grumble at that. I'm quite pleased with it. Johnson Clark Harris, we've looked at Saiku Janet, who is 22 years old. Decent finishing, decent pace. Where is it? Where's the comparison? 2-star currently, potential 4-star. He's been brought in for £42,500. £42,500. It's already worth £1.5 million. The goal is he improves and we'll sell him on for a profit. That's what he's been brought in to do. He's going to come in, do a job. He can play up front and on both wings as well. Very, very crucial. Versatile player. Saiku Jana, welcome to the club. And then Jack Marriott, because why not buy another striker from Peterborough who went down? You know, neither of their strikers kept them up. So why have we bought another player who's just been relegated? I'll tell you why. 14 finishing, 15 pace, adds a little bit of something different to Johnson Clark Harris. Marriott, again, for Peterborough. 8 games, 1 goal. Who played up front for Peterborough last season? I don't know. They haven't got a striker here. They literally haven't got a striker. No wonder they're 16th in League One. But, of course, might have noticed some of the ages. Johnson Clark Harris, 27. 28 now. He's just had his birthday. Happy birthday. Jack Marriott, 27. in a month, 28. Psycho Jana 22, Billy Arke is now 24. So not the youngest batch of recruits. Did say we wanted some younger players. Welcome, Jay Rodriguez. You might have heard of this wonder kid. He has played for Burnley. He's very versatile. He can play across both wings, up front and in the hole just behind, even though we don't use that role. It's a tender age of 33. He will be a star for months to come. Yes, I know, gang. I know I needed some younger blood, but Jay Rodriguez was available on a free, and I got him for £14,000 a week. And you've got to look at this, and he's a good player. And again, versatile. Versatility is key. He's had an injury since he arrived. He's come on off the bench in one game. He's played 45 minutes and he's scored a goal. So already repaying that £14,000 a week. Very pleased. Joe Lumley from Middlesbrough, goalkeeper. Looks pretty decent, right? 3.5 stars. Looks good. 27 years old, not too bad for a goalkeeper. Once again, the fee, £70,000. I think that will raise to about 105. Oh, potential cost including add-ons, 70k. Oh, maybe I was going for a different goalkeeper. I forget. I've been really pushing for a goalkeeper. Again, resale value, I'm not too bothered about his resale value. 6.25k on wages, bargain. He's going to be a very good goalkeeper for the Championship. The coaches seem to think he's a decent player for most Sky Bet Championship sides. We want to become established this season. I'm hoping for about mid-table. The board say avoid relegation fight, but we want to exceed that. Jordan Shipley from Coventry on a free. Prefers to play central midfield. As I mentioned last episode, don't need any central midfielders. So what did I do? Buy a central midfielder. Decent though. All-round decent player. Look at him. I'm very pleased with this. Good teamwork, good work rate. Play him as a box-to-box. Jordan Shipley, welcome to the club. James Bree from Luton. Right back. Because Carl Winchester and Luke O'Nien and Huggins, who can play there, yeah. But to be fair, James Bree is actually 24. He can get to a 4-star potential. He is a 3.5 star currently. He's a decent player for most Sky Bet Championship sides. He looks a good player. Could be worth about $500,000. Got him on a free. So, again, can't complain. Max Melbourne, where does he play? I hear you ask. If you don't know, left back. Yep, again, we had 2 left backs last year. Didn't really need a new left back, but we've brought him in. He's young, 23. He can improve by about a full star, and he can also play centre back. So, again, bit of versatility at the back because we did need to bring some people in defence. Reece Devine from United. Where does he play if you don't know? Left back. Yeah, I don't know really what's happened here, guys. I've sent him out on loan to Plymouth. He was available on a free, and I think you'll agree. If you look at it, look at his attributes. He's got good crossing, good dribbling. He's not slow. He's all right. Work rate's okay. Teamwork's okay. His passing, his tackling, his technique, they're all okay. 20 years old, potential, but 4-star, they're saying, could be 5. This could be a fantastic signing. But because I had too many left backs, I've sent him out on loan. But £2,100 a week. He's here for 3 years as well. I'm very pleased with this piece of business, and I'm keeping an eye on how he's getting on at Plymouth Argyle. He's only just gone, so he's not played for them yet. I'm going to keep an eye on how he gets on, and then going forward, hopefully bring him back. And to be honest, I don't think Max Melbourne's longed for this team. I think Reece Devine and Sirkin are going to be the left backs. Huggins is probably going to be on his way out as well. We've sold a few players as well. Not really first team quality. You won't really have seen him last season feature. Then we've also got Lewis Gibson in from Everton on loan at centre back. Quite pleased with the acquisition here. We were looking to purchase a couple of centre backs, but unfortunately they've gone elsewhere. So if we look at the finances, we've still got nearly 3.8 million of the 4 million transfer budget. We've barely spent anything. We've spent quite a bit on wages. We've got a very full squad. I am, in the last few weeks, I will be looking at a couple of loan signings potentially, just to really first team quality and try and get them on the cheap. But I'm going to be looking to purchase 1 or 2 players under the age of 20. And if I can't find anyone at the moment, I might just wait. I'm going to scour the youth Brazilian setup, a lot of South America. I'm going to go and have a look. So let's get on with some more updates, because we never really looked at where Newcastle were last season. But where did they finish, I hear you ask? Well, let me tell you. They finished 18th in the Premier League. They are currently languishing in 2nd place in the Championship. Languishing, you say? Second's not too bad. Well, who's first? Yes, that's right. You guessed it. It's me. 2 games in, played 2-1-2. We are top of the league. We are top of the league. Said we are top of the league. I won't do that again, I promise. Look at this. 2 games in, 4 assists for Patrick Roberts. They've all been from corners. Bennett Jemajli, who has played just the 1 game, 2 goals from centre-back in a 4-0 win against Bristol City. Don't sleep on these play 2-1-2 as well. One of them was against Watford, who got relegated. The season preview, we've gone back down again. When we first came through, we were going to be 21st. Then we went up to about 18th with the signings, and now we're down at 20th. But look at this, all at 50 to 1. All at 50 to 1 from 15th all the way to 23rd. I'll be honest with you, I think we're going to be at the top end of this 50 to 1. We're probably going to be 15th, 14th, 13th from the end of the season. Look at the state of this team, Media Dream 11. St. Maximin, Wilson, Bruno Guimaraes, Ivan Perisic. This is what I want to discuss, viewers. Right, transfer history. So they've bought a few players in. Look at this, Moy Gomez spending 10 million on a player in the Championship who's coming from Villarreal. Look at the state of all this. Look at these players. They've managed to get Amad Diallo in on loan. Wouldn't come anywhere near me. Oh, that's depressing, because I tried to get him and I couldn't even put a bid in for him. He said he didn't want to come to a club. He wanted to play with a higher caliber of player. I can understand it, but that's really disheartened me just to see that. I tried to be cheeky with United, and Edinson Cavani was on the transfer list. I tried to put a loan offer in, but they wanted all his wages, 120k a week. Couldn't quite afford that. But if we go back, just look at this. So all of a sudden, all the transfers that were there previously for last season, like Kieran Trippier and everyone, have all disappeared. But there was nothing there in January when we checked, was there? Well, there is now. James Tarkowski, 7.5 million. Matthias Uribe, 35.5 million. Yeah, okay, they're all transfer listed by request because they want to leave. But 10 million for Alex Meret. Goalkeeper, needed one. Martin Dubravka was rubbish. Ivan Perisic for 15 million. So they've spent some money. Spent 129 million this season. They've recouped 30 million. Joe Linton has gone to Aston Villa, taking a massive pay cut. But yeah, they've sold a few players, 30 million, 24.5 million in. But they're going to go up as champions, aren't they? I mean, really. But we're doing well. We played 2-1-2. But we'll just go back to the season preview. Look at this Media Dream 11. 9 of the players. Martin Dubravka, for some reason, is still there, even though they've bought that other goalkeeper. Tsimikas. Paulista. Look at this. Worth about 20 million. 18.5 million. 21 to 27 million. Kieran Trippier, 20 million. 45 million. Perisic, 13.5. Wilson, 20 million. Alan St. Maximin, 35 million. Look at the state of their squad. And that's just the people in the Media Dream 11. Whereas the value of our players is, well, nowhere near. We're very pleased with the business we've done. Like I say, not too disheartened. I did also say I would come back for the first game of the season. Well, I looked at the schedule and saw we were playing Newcastle, 3rd game of the season. So I know we played Newcastle twice last year. But, this is all about this series. We are going to play them again. And realistically, we're probably not going to get a chance to play them for a couple more years after this because they're going to go back up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly praise the team. Oh, I've only got to praise Elliot. Only one above an 8. Rubbish. I'm going to criticise you, Jordan. Jordan Willis, who's come back from his cruciate knee ligaments, and I'm not sure. He's going to do a job this season, but I don't think he's going to be longed for this squad. Billy Arker, 5.9. Criticise. Yes, you've been rubbish. What an embarrassment. You want to play? Get that smile off your face. Anyway, gang, sorry, this has really rumbled on, but the opening to the new season, I think you'll agree, has been a lot of interesting moments to discuss. The mentoring groups need attention. Go on, then the assistant can sort that. Dennis Sirkin has improved phenomenally. Look at him for a left back. I'm really pleased with him. Look at all these greens as well. Operating at Sky Bet Championship level could get much better. So we've got him and Reece Devine at left back. So hopefully for the next 5 years, I'm sorted at left back. Come January, see me buy another left back. Harry Fieldson, off you go, son. Go and get some first team experience. We're going to start with Johnson Clark Harris up front because, 3 and 2, can't argue. Jermaine Defoe, struggling for sharpness, even though I've given him a bit of pre-season friendlies and stuff. I think he had a couple of knocks. He's declining massively. He's about to turn 40. He is good player for most Sky Bet League One sides. I think Jermaine Defoe might be a fringe player this season. However, if you look here, gang, off a contract, it's a non-playing role. It's a staff role only. So at some point, I'm going to come to Jermaine Defoe and I'm going to make him my assistant manager. That will be happening. Jermaine Man will become the assistant man. That's the title of the episode when it's coming. But we're not doing it now because I don't want to overshadow the transfer special. Jay Rodriguez on the right-hand side, he's going to get his first start for the club. Elliot Embleton's going to be on the left because Arke has been rubbish in training. Alex Pritchard, who has been brilliant last season. Jay Matete, also brilliant. Lars Dendoncker, who was the signing of the season. I'm going to play him in the holding role. Sirkin and Yen at fullbacks. Bath and Jim Ashley, happy with that. There are players I could play instead. Patrick Roberts is a bit unfit, so that's why he's not going to play. Corey Evans would probably be better than Dendoncker, but Dendoncker is young and improving. I'm very pleased with how he performed last season, so give him the chance. Give him the opportunity to keep improving and moving forward. Lewis Gibson, I think I might bring him on the bench, actually, while I'm thinking about it. He is a better centre-back than... Who was it? I don't know. Jordan Willis. Let's go to the match. Oh, look at that. We owe Newcastle 1 after what happened in our last match. Yes, we do. Trust you to make the difference. All of them seeming motivated except Johnson Clark Harris, who is just motivated. 1 goal last season in the Championship. He's already got 3 this season. Peterborough, you missed a trick, boys. His other mate from Peterborough, who also got 1 in 8, weirdly. No wonder they went down. They don't have any forwards. Yeah, combined total paid for them less than 200k, I think. And yeah, I'm really happy with Johnson Clark Harris. He scored 3 and 2. Yeah, annoying he missed a penalty, but he did score a penalty as well. Anyway, let's get on with the game. Cooper, back to Mbemba. Look at the star quality here. Bruno Guimaraes in the Championship. That's sickening. That is sickening. Someone sign him from them. Not a lot happening here. Not a lot happening. I'm gonna demand more. Why not? Why not demand more? Danny Bath did not like that. Oh, he's composed again now. Just before half time, Martin Dubravka's still in goal, which means shoot on sight. Shoot on sight at Dubravka, who was rubbish last season when we played him. Nathan Broadhead got a goal. Wonder where he is now. I'll put him on my shortlist. Actually, I'm going to put Jack Clark on the shortlist because he's turned me down for a transfer. Yeah, we did try and sign him on a permanent basis. We had a bid accepted. And he said, I do not want to entertain contract negotiations with Sunderland due to the unhappy time I spent there on loan. Unhappy time? Went up as champions, broken all sorts of records, record low number of defeats, record number of wins, record number of points. He played a lot. I don't know. We're better off without him. We don't need him now. Happy with the performance so far. Keep it up. I am happy with the performance so far. However, However, 6.5 for Johnson Clark-Harris. Come on then, Jermaine Defoe. Dennis Sirkin's not playing very well. Neither's Luke O'Nien. Niall Huggins on the bench. Not very good, is he? Not the best. Not the best. Play both. He can play both left and right back. So, why he's there? I was going to make the one change for now, although Lars Dendoncker for Dan Neil, actually. 2 changes because he's booked. Last time we had a booking at defensive midfield against Newcastle and I didn't bring them off. They got sent off, so that's why we've brought them off. They're absolutely brimming with inspired Jay Rodriguez. They're all inspired. Inspiration personified. Get it out. Ooh. Away at Newcastle as well, viewers. Away at Newcastle as well in this game. So, you know, we are in a position that a draw is fantastic. A win is phenomenal. A lose, meh. We're not expected to do anything other than go down or fight bravely against relegation. So every point we get is fantastic. And at the moment, we are riding the confidence of last season, plus the new signs that have come in. I am so confident we're staying up. Cut to the next episode where we are like bottom of the league because I've played through like 2 months and it's been abysmal. Jermaine Defoe. Oh my God, Jermaine. Did you see that? Did we all see that? Oh, Jermaine Defoe. Right, we're going to make one last change. Jay Rodriguez has not been at the races. I'm going to bring on Psycho Jenner. The Psycho Jenner has scored this season for me. Yes, he has. In the Carabao Cup, he bagged himself a goal. So I'm going to bring him on. Not like this. Off the line, Luke O'Nien. Yes. Come on. Come on, gang. Oh. I'm sweating. I didn't mind if I'd have lost earlier because we're expected to lose a lot of games this season, but I'd be devastated now. I really want to hold on. Come on. And it's a blistering 0-0. Best performer, Joe Lumley in net. There you go. Man of the match against the local rivals. They're all inspired and motivated. And rightly so. Mia Fontaine was not impressed. Haven't seen many worse games of football than that in my life. We drew 0-0 against Newcastle, a match where a worse game would have been losing 5-0, Mia. Count yourself lucky you're walking away after a 0-0. Solid result, that. Phil Hazel, correct. Yes, solid result. Still undefeated. Still undefeated. We've lost 1 game so far in the league with Sunderland, including last season. Do we come back against Norwich, or is that too soon? I'd say maybe come back against Norwich and either play West Brom or Blackpool. I will decide at the start of September which one of those I'm coming back for as the double header, and it'll be the team that is higher in the league between West Brom and Blackpool at that decision. It'll be post Preston. I will decide then whether I play West Brom and come back Norwich Blackpool. But yes, I believe we'll come back around the Norwich game. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do like the video if you've enjoyed it and subscribe to the channel. If you haven't seen last season and our escapades in League One, go back and watch the entire series. It's there in a playlist on the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and I will see you soon.